Good Monday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. This is your outlook for September 22nd, 2014, and we welcome over a new audience from Weather New Jersey and weathernewjersey.com. We have a daily video that we do on Eastern PA on the Eastern PA Weather Authority website every single day that goes over the hows and whys of the weather, not just giving you a forecast high, low, and what the weather it is. Kind of give you the reasoning behind it, and we do this daily, Monday through Friday. And the Friday video that we do, we'll do, actually, I'm sorry, Sunday through Friday, I should say. And then we take a break for Saturday night. We do a weekend video for Friday night that carries for the entire weekend for Saturday and Sunday. So this is the video for Monday here. And what we have going on today is the cold front that has gone through last night is now going to be positioned well to the south here and offshore. It's going to be in association with this low pressure that is exiting to the northeast. And behind it, we're going to have some very nice, dry, very nice low humidity day, and temperatures are actually going to be in the 60s in many locations, and the 60s are mainly going to favor the areas that I'm circling right about here. These will be in the 60s today up in this area. Of course, we're only concerned about our coverage area. Further to the south here, southern New Jersey, extreme southeastern PA, and I mean extreme, down here by Philly especially, and then down into Maryland and Delaware, we'll have temperatures in the 70s today. But for the most part, we're hanging back in the upper 60s for many areas, maybe even low 60s as you get up to northern Pennsylvania. And it will be a nice, refreshing day with a northwest breeze. Will be a little breezy at times, generally 10 to 15 miles per hour with some higher gusts. What we have is a high pressure here that is moving in from the west. It's going to be coming in from the Ohio Valley and heading up in this direction. And it will be in control of our weather here for the foreseeable future. This is one of those forecasts that are actually quite easy in the sense that we have partly cloudy or better, meaning mostly sunny or partly cloudy each day for the entire forecast period. There will be a few things that I'm looking at though, and one of those is going to be cloud cover. And these are going to just be for our Pennsylvania counties today. Taking a look at the high-res NAM here, it's showing a little bit of cloud cover here in the morning here. Now this cloud cover here I think might actually hang around a little bit longer than the models have it, and the reason why, we have this cold air coming in, and it's really, temperatures aloft are very cold. So when you have warm temperatures that get up in these areas up here, get up in the mid 60s, mid to upper 60s, you have temperatures aloft that are about 40 or 50 degrees colder than that. So when you have that difference of temperature between the cold air aloft, which you really don't have to go that far up above in the atmosphere, 5 to 10,000 feet or so, to get temperatures that low. We have that temperatures that low with a cold air advection, that's called. You'll have a difference in temperature between that and the surface, and it will create a stratocumulus deck where you have a thick cloud cover rolled in, and it's in an otherwise nice day. I mean, it's just going to have basically it's a matter of instability that between where those clouds will form. It's called stratocumulus, and they get quite thick a lot of times because that cold air comes rushing in here in the upper levels, and of course it's warm at the surface. So the models tend to underdo that a little bit. So we're going to side with some cloud cover hanging around, especially in our northwestern areas. The models do have this clearing out a little bit as we move through the day. And you can see that thinning out right here as we get in the afternoon. It does show that thinning out a little bit here, but I'm just concerned that there will be some disappointed folks up here in the northwest areas that will be saying, wait a minute, we said there's going to be mostly sunny, and here I am stuck on the clouds here, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't be surprised if that happens today. Just putting that out there. Going a little bit further in time here, we're going to move ahead now. This is looking at Tuesday. Again, high pressure still moving east here, and then eventually this high pressure is going to move to a position over eastern New England. Now once we get into Thursday, the high pressure is going to be sitting right here offshore. Now one thing you might be having here, since high pressure, the flow around high pressure is clockwise, so you might have an onshore flow here, and you can see where the isobars are pointed here. You might have an onshore flow that could allow for some marine layer of clouds, and that's basically be affecting our eastern areas this time with some cloud cover, just because of that onshore flow coming in off the ocean with the rotating air around the high pressure. If this does in fact end up in this position, and is a very strong high, so that could happen, where you're stuck in some clouds a little bit longer along the shore points, and probably a little bit further inland, all the way down into the coastal regions of Delaware as well. So probably when you get to Pennsylvania, we should be okay that day. Maybe just partly cloudy as opposed to mostly sunny. So New Jersey, and Delaware are the areas we have to worry about for some increased cloud cover with that marine influence. But the rest of the forecast period is high and dry, and we have a system that's going to be to our south here. I think it stays to our south. We're not going to be dealing with any precipitation from that. And high pressure is going to be anchored over the northeast once again as we head into next weekend. And we're going to have another gorgeous weekend, looks like, coming up. The only thing that's going to be different about this weekend, actually much like this past weekend, where we had the increase in temperatures. Head over the temperature look here, and this is looking at the temperatures here on Friday. Temperatures getting up to the upper 70s in many locations across our coverage area here, and then maybe getting the 80s again as we get into Saturday, Sunday, and again on Monday before we finally get a cool down and our front finally comes through and knocks temperatures back. So another well above normal stretch of temperatures. Temperatures are generally in the lower 70s across about 70 degrees up here in the northern areas here, maybe lower 70s here in this region right here, and then upper 70s as you get to mid to upper 70s as you get down in the southern areas. That's what normal is. So if you're talking about temperatures that are in the 80s, obviously that's well above normal. So for this time of year anyway, obviously it's not going to be 90s, but it's above normal nonetheless. So we'll be watching that as we get a little bit closer in the week here, but really nothing to talk about as far as precipitation. So if you're praying for rain, you might have to keep praying because it's not looking like there's going to be any situation that would bring us any precipitation, at least through next weekend. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for September 22nd, 2014. Have a great Monday.